Hello and welcome to our bathroom. I've been wanting to film this video for a little bit. We saw it a long time ago. Kelly Phillips and Turbo John, they made this video where he grilled her on drag racing slang, and I thought it was really funny. And we are in the middle of West Virginia. It had been raining for 120 months. There's nothing but mud outside. It's freezing cold.
You're the most dramatic when it comes to the winter. It's not that bad.
There's just nothing really fun to do outside right now, so we can't race. So I wanted to film this video. Hold on a second. Okay, we're good. So I have all kinds of notes here, and I wanted to hit some of these and just see if Sam has been around or listening enough to pick up on these terms. So let's get started. Drag racing slang. Some of these you should know, some of them I don't think you're gonna know.
So I have to give the definitions?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you and you have to pretty much tell me what the word or phrase means.
Okay.
So in drag racing, what is a bear?
I don't know it, so I'm gonna take a guess that a bear is like someone that you don't want to draw because they're a really good racer or car.
That's correct.
Okay.
If you drew a bear, that's not good. Careful how you answer this next one. What is a duck?
I don't know. I mean, I guess someone who like probably isn't gonna win.
Yeah, if you draw, like say you drew a duck first round.
Like you think that you might win that race because they're not very good.
A duck is somebody who you should in theory always win that race. You drew a duck. All right, this is a bracket racing term.
Okay.
I put dead on with an X, but like you hear somebody say dead on with a 5. What does that mean in terms of bracket racing?
Like they ran exactly what their time was with 0.5 reaction?
Not your reaction time, but the next number on your time slip is a 5. It would be 5/100ths.
Oh, okay.
So like if I dialed a 548 and I ran a 548 with a 5, it would be the next number on the time slip.
Not quite your exact time, but...
Yeah, not a reaction time, but the next number on your time slip. What does 60 foot mean?
In terms of what?
Like on your time slip, your first one says 60 foot.
That's how fast your car got to 60 feet.
Correct.
In the thing.
Yep. Dead hooking.
That means that your car like hooks immediately.
Yep, no spinning the tires whatsoever. It's just going. Wheel speed.
How fast the wheel is going.
No.
I don't know like the technical term. I mean, I know what you mean. Like you want to, I don't know. I actually don't know.
So wheel speed is, it's kind of, you got dead hooking, which means there's no slip in the tire whatsoever. Wheel speed means the tire is spinning just enough to have some wheel speed. It's not just hooking on the track.
But it's not spinning either.
It's not a spin, it's just got a little bit of wheel speed. Like Greg Chandler at MPK and all the fast guys, they have to run some wheel speed. If they're dead hooking the tire in those cars, they'll shake the snot out of the car and it's not good. So you have to have a little.
Quite 100%. I need like a visual model.
I'll show you a little video, and maybe I can throw one up here if I can find a good
learner.
one. But wheel speed is just the tires spinning a little bit, but it's not out of control. You're probably not going to know this one. Instant center.
Instant center?
Yeah,
I mean you went straight to the middle?
No, I don't think you're going to know what this one is.
I've never heard that one.
It's a 4-link term.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You can't ask me anything about the car.
We're not getting into the science of that. In reference to the track surface, loose versus tight. Like if the track is loose or the track is tight.
I mean, loose, for lack of a better term, means it's bad. Like you're not going to hook on it, it's slick.
Slippery.
Or, and tight is the opposite, it's good.
Yep.
Everyone's hooking.
She's got some tack. What does ET mean?
Your estimated time?
Not estimated.
I feel like I should know this because you run in top ET. I don't know.
Time's up. It's elapsed time.
What does that mean in terms of
That's the time that it takes for you to break the beams at the starting line to break the beams at the finish line.
Oh, so so yours is going to be one of the top numbers.
Well, top ET, actually that would have been a good question to put on here. So
I asked my own good question.
ET means elapsed time. Top ET means you're reacting off of the top bulb, which is what me and JP do. So when the top bulb comes on...
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Because you have a box.
Yes. When the top bulb comes on, we react to that, and then the box delays the trans brake for the time it takes for the tree to fall, and then the car takes off. So it doesn't mean
that you guys are in the top estimated time?
No.
brackets.
It just means you're going off the top
bulb. And what
bulb.
does ET mean in that?
Top. It means you're going off the top bulb and...
But ET?
Elapsed time. It's the same.
That doesn't make sense.
It's just what it's called. Some people call it pro, some people call it super pro. We can call stuff whatever we want.
I mean, top makes sense. You're reacting off the top bulb. But if ET still means elapsed time, then that would mean that you guys are in the bracket because you're the fastest.
I'm going to call it chicken scratch and see if it catches on. Backside versus front side.
Oh, easy. The front side's the prepped side with the tree and the, whatchamacallit, the back side is no prep racing.
Correct. I'm a big fan of no prep racing.
Mm-hmm.
JP doesn't like it, but I do.
We dabble the hairs.
What is preload?
You talk about this a lot, like taking preload out of the car. I'm gonna make an educated guess because I don't know the answer, but I like power off the front, like before it goes. I don't know.
Kinda, but it's also in the four-link. So the car twists and everything. So the engine's rotating. It rotates the drive shaft, rotates the rear end, and all of that force makes the rear end in the car try to rotate a certain direction, which causes everything to twist. So if you have too much power, it'll twist too much and it'll steer the car one way or the other. So you have to preload the suspension in the opposite direction, which you're moving weight around.
Yeah.
But you preload the weight into one side. That way it slams the tires into the track equally and it goes straight. If it's not equally distributed, then it'll drive the car one way or the other, which...
We had to do that a lot when you kept one left.
If you watch this channel, I have dealt with preload quite a bit. We got her straightened out. Oh, this is a good one. What does on the chip mean? And I'm sure you've heard that a lot. Even like you watch any TV show like Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings, anything like that. People say on the chip all the time. What's that mean?
I don't think that it has to do... Can you give me a hint? Does it have anything to do with like drawing chips? Because I don't think that it does. Okay. So is it like in regards to the like chip for like speed that you have to put in your car?
Kind of.
I'm again gonna just make a random educated guess that it's whatever tune you chose in your car was the right one. And they were on the chip. I don't know.
So on the chip means old school guys... When you were setting your two-step RPM, like when I'm on the line and I push my trans brake button and mash the gas and the car goes up and stops at that RPM. If say that's 3,500, I have a physical chip in my car that says 3,500, and I plug it into the two-step box. Now modern cars don't have that. You put it on a computer and you type it in. My car is old school, so it actually has a chip. So on the chip is when you push the trans brake button, you mash the gas, whether you got turbos, naturally aspirated, no matter what. When the car is up at that RPM, that means you're on the chip and you're ready to go. Once you let off the button, you're going to take off.
I didn't know what it was though. Like
yeah, you were kind of close. What? Theirs is controversial. What is considered a big tire?
Like the numbers on it?
Like the size of the tire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know. I know that they always say in the racing, I'm gonna get this wrong, 28 10 5s.
That's correct. Yeah.
Is that a big tire or is that...
That's the threshold. That's a small tire. Anything above that. Now, if you go out west, those guys run 29 and a half, 10 5s. However, my opinion, if you can't fit it under your stock chassis without tubbing the car, I don't think that's if you have to tub your car, it's a big tire. So
I'm proud of myself for remembering that.
yeah, that was a good one.
I feel like whatever last no prep thing we watched, they kept talking about that. And I have to rewatch them over and over again because he turns them on and falls asleep and I don't fall asleep. So I've watched the same No Prep Kings races so many times.
Okay, what is a door slammer?
Isn't that like a type of race?
Technically, yes.
I feel like I've heard it talked about in a race. Can you use it in a sentence without giving it away?
Mine and JP's cars are both door slammers.
Is it that it's not chassis car?
No.
You have to slam the door.
It's not a something.
I do have to slam. It's not a stock?
No. What is it not? Mine and JP's cars are not what? What else do you see at the track that we race against sometimes?
Oh, a dragster. That's right.
Yep.
That's a door car. Not a
door car
slammer.
or door slammer.
I call it
It's
a
just
door
a different. Well, I put door slammer in there because I figured it'd throw you off a little bit.
car. Yeah, I did because you don't say that.
What does bump mean?
Like you're on the trans brake, bumping into the light.
Yep. If you have a turbo car, you're probably going to bump in. All right, I have 3 definitions here, or 3 terms here. What do these mean? Holding a few, keeping some in the bank, or dialing up?
They all mean the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holding a few, keeping some in the bank, or dialing some up.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that when you like put, like, say you run a, I don't know, 5:10, but you put 5:15 so that you can cut it at the end? Yeah,
so you can drive the finish line.
Yeah.
Along the same spirit, and this is also a bracket racing question, what does it mean to back into your opponent? We don't use that one a lot around here.
I don't
Now, if you watch the Old Man's Garage, he's mentioned it a few times, and like Gen 2 Garage, they've talked about backing into your opponent.
I can't even give a guess on that one.
Pretty much if you're out in front in bracket racing and you know you've got room and you're out too far and you're going to break out and that guy's driving beside you, you have to back into them. So you have to slow down enough for them to catch up to you, pretty much. It's called backing into your opponent.
Well, that's kind of, that's exactly what we were, not exactly, but close to what
it's kind of like holding or driving the finish line. That is driving the finish
line.
That's what we were talking about. Like, I like to chase people, and I try to chase them down and get in front, and then I try to wump the throttle or stay close to them.
And let them edge it out a little bit more.
What does it mean to cut down the tree?
You get like a perfect.
A really good light.
Yeah.
Turning them loose. What's that mean? This is the last question, by the way. I should have prefaced that and built up the dramatic tension, but this is the last one that...
Do I get a grade at the end? We count how many I got?
I should have put check marks on here, but I didn't. But you've gotten most of them.
I feel like I have. Cutting them loose?
Yeah, cutting them loose.
I'm going to say that you are just like giving it all you got and running as fast as you can.
Cutting them loose would mean, no, I've said this a lot because I have to do it from time to time. So if I am chasing somebody down, let's say I spotted someone on a bracket race and I'm chasing them down and I'm just not going to get there.
Yeah, and you hope that they break out.
Yeah, and I'm just not going to get there and I just turn them loose. Or actually a better example of cutting them loose is if somebody is faster than you, like if I run a dragster and I see them coming and I'm like, man, they're going to get around me and I just kind of hope that they break out. I'll just get out of the gas and turn them loose and hope that they break out and then I don't. So that's what
basically give them enough rope to potentially hang themselves.
Yeah, and you know, some people don't like doing it. They like to drive honest, but it's worked pretty good for me. Because usually my car is...
that works for
my car is so unpredictable that it works in my advantage. People see me run and my car going everywhere and wheeling and they're like, wow, this is an easy win. And I'll go out there and go sideways and like spin the tires and do all this and that and somehow I'll still win the race. So.
I feel like the only thing that we can count on with the Vega is that it's not going to do what you expect it to do.
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever run the same time twice.
The only predictable thing about my car is that it's unpredictable. But she's a bad unit. I've got it going pretty straight now. I just have to get out and get some laps
except
on
for when we no prep. We gotta figure no prep out.
Well, that was referring to our last no prep event, that was a crap show.
You can stitch that.
I'll throw that video up over top of this one, but there was a lot going on. My car is not set up for no prep, and I went straight to the backside no prep with it was like a gravel road, and the track was cold. It wasn't good.
Weren't you on small tires?
And small tires, first time ever on small tires. Yeah.
You had 2 test passes.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I have. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been wanting to film this for a while. This is kind of the routine stuff that we can do. I would like to welcome all the new subscribers after the Canal Valley content. We've probably gotten 500 subscribers off of the last couple videos, which is great. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, and we really appreciate it. I got a lot of stuff going on, but probably at this point everybody stopped watching. But we got a lot of projects coming. Pearl's getting a new engine and transmission. We're gonna break the rear end for sure. We have a call out with Charlie Layton, and he's gonna re-race us in the Camaro, and I'm gonna destroy him this time if Pearl survives.
We're gonna do our best if they have a race. It's gonna be 18 degrees.
If they have the race on the 20th, but man, the weather does not look good.
Yeah, Saturday's supposed to be the absolute coldest day, so.
Yep, supposed to get some snow, and then it's supposed to be a high of 18 on race day, and that's just not good.
But if they're out there,
we'll be there regardless. So
I'm freezing to death.
All right, well, I'm gonna get off here. I might throw some clips into this video, but we appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you very soon.